Awesome. So still going through your Instagram page, I saw a picture of you. Well, it was a video actually of you lying up on a bed. You're lying on a bed with a bandage around your middle, and the caption was "still standing." So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, is this from a movie scene, or did Joseph actually go through some? So I'm going through the comments to try to figure it out as well. So I'm seeing all sorts of comments. Some people are saying, sorry, it will be better soon, you will get through it. Others are saying, no, it's a movie. So I'm like, okay, which is it, please? Were you laid up in a hospital bed at any point in time? Because it said still standing. That's what you wrote.
Right. To answer that question before I start, it goes to show that not everything you see on social media is real. Not everything is real. Some are real, but we run off on everything we see. It was actually on a movie set. Okay, and I was intentional about not putting a specific caption that actually connects it to a film, because I just wanted to create a buzz out there. It was just PR. I just wanted to create a buzz out there, and of course, it did create the buzz because I got people calling me beyond even sending messages. People were calling me, and the funny thing is, most of the people who were calling me were actors. Like, are you okay? Is everything well? Like, I saw this, wow. And then someone said, did you get shot? And then someone said, wait, he just got back. He just got into Nigeria now. No, this can't be happening. Why? It was actually the movie set. And some, of course, were upset. They were livid, or with some people, they're like, it's a movie set. You guys stop. I got a lot of people praying for me and all. It felt good, but it was.
Yeah, because I couldn't situate it with what was going on in your life. I mean, the post before, you were standing and smiling. The post after,
exactly.
You were standing and smiling. So where does this fit into do you get shot today and then come out and pose, tomorrow?
That was the whole
but I thought I should ask, and this is why I was a bit confused.
Right.
It's because your post after that said this. I'm going to read this. Yeah. It must be the post after, or be the one after that. This was what you wrote. I had to write down verbatim. That's what Americans say, verbatim.
Of course, verbatim.
They say verbatim.
Yes, it's verbatim.
I want to read it verbatim. Verbatim. They say, this is what you wrote. I don't look like what I have been through. It's been a journey. It's been a process. In the midst of it, I have found purpose through my pain as I aligned myself with His will. Now, so it's when I'm reading that after the picture of you lying in the hospital, I'm like, okay, did this happen truly? So that's why I was thrown. But on that post itself, a couple of questions jump out. First of all, that thing that you wrote is the type of thing that somebody who is transitioning, or somebody who has transitioned, or somebody who is trying to transition writes. It's the kind of sentiment that somebody who is tired of their current level, or who sees that their current level has come to an end, or is coming to an end, and they have seen the next, and then they're about to make the leap. That's the kind of thing that they write. Somebody who knows, even though every other person cannot see it, this person knows that, man, I'm not long for this level. I have seen the next. So here's my question, and I understand this. The question is, what were you trying to leave, and what were you trying to get to? Where were you trying to go? For me, once upon a time, I got tired of just being a comedian. I got tired of telling jokes at weddings and birthdays and all that. And people say, MC. I gave you the name of the father of the commissioner to this thing. MC. I just got sick and tired of all of that. So I was trying to transition away from that into something else. So what were you trying to leave, and what were you trying to get to? Where were you trying to get to?
I was leaving the popular narrative of who I am, of how people see me. And it was a transition from all that I have been through, trying to rediscover myself on this journey to reinventing. Okay, so it was more like a lot has gone through, which of course you can't come out to say, So it was me leaving the narrative, the popular narrative of who I am, to morphing into who I am supposed to be. And who I am supposed to be right now is a renewed Joseph Benjamin, who is totally different and has gotten a rebirth. So it's a rebirth. It was a journey of a rebirth. That is literally what that was saying.
Okay, so you went through pain to find your purpose. So first of all, what is this pain you went through specifically?
The pain I went through was living a life, letting go of a life that I've always known, being who I've always been. I had to let go of that and start over. I had to die to that life, but not forgetting the life, because that life is a reference point to become who I need to become. So I had to die to that life to evolve into the new me now that sees things differently, the new me now that has a renewed mentality towards life and everything that concerns my journey.
Okay, so where's the pain in that?
Oh my goodness, Teju. The pain in that is, imagine you have gone through, I've been down this road, I've been around this block for over 20 years, and then you get shot into a life where there's nothing you can do that relates to that in the sense of, where do I go from here? You're in America, let's be specific. And before I started connecting to the industry here, I had to earn a living. I had to become. So what do I do? I don't have any work experience in corporate America or corporate Nigeria, so where? So then you are told that, okay, this is what is the norm, do this, do that, create a resume, that go into IT, go into this, and I do a lot of all of these things, and I get frustrated because at the end of the day, of course, you bring these bogus claims to your resume and all, and if they see through it, they see it's a lie, you understand? And it's frustrating because you're going through that process, and then like, what do I do? How do I go from here? And this is the latter part of my journey, because when I first got here, I got here off on a promise that I had some gigs that were outlined for me to come and do. So I felt I was going to have a soft landing getting in here. All right. So I packed up everything from Nigeria, bought a one-way ticket, and came here. I was put in a house, well-furnished house and all of that stuff. And then 2 days later, the person who supposedly was supposed to, I was supposed to broker that deal with, then says to me, those finances have pulled out. I mean, they have a little bit of a hit, so things are going to slow down. I'm like, okay, so what do I do? So it said, the reality that hit me was like, from the next month now, you're going to have to start paying rent in this house. I'm like, excuse, come again? I'm like, excuse me, come again?
And they told you the amount of the rent, which was equivalent to your 1 year's rent in Nigeria.
I'm like, excuse me? And there's utilities, everything to pay for. I'm like, okay, but I'm not earning any money here. What do I do? Like, well, I don't know what you do. So I'm shut into that life that you have to figure it out. I had nowhere to go to, nothing to turn to. My phone was buzzing, like, when are you coming back to Nigeria? We have this gig for you. I'm like, here I was, Teju. I had $1,500 was all I came to America with. How do I buy a ticket to go back to Nigeria? Teju, I promise you, because my life prior to then was so disorganized in the sense that I didn't have a proper saving culture. All of the monies I was making in Nigeria, because my life was a mess. So here I am, I sold everything off in Nigeria, sold my car, gave out like 90% of all of my belongings, my possessions in Nigeria. Like, I was going to America, live a good life and all of that stuff. So here I am. How do I buy a ticket to go back to Nigeria? I'm like, And then I'm like, Lord, what do I do? And God is saying to me that, now, welcome to the life that I arranged for you. All this was purpose by design. I needed to break you away from your comfort zone so that I can build you. I'm like, no, don't even go there. Like, yes, welcome to it. So now here you are, no way to earn a living. How do you move forward? And then there I was, sometimes in my room, crying certain days. I'm like, Lord, where do I go from here?
You were literally crying, shedding tears.
I was shedding tears, Teju. I went through. I'm like, Lord, where do I go from here? And then for some reason, every month, I get to pay the rent. So I got connected to my church and certain things, and I get to pay the rent. And then someone gives me a car. I'm like, okay, what do I do with the car? And they said, Uber. I was driving for Uber and Lyft.
You did Uber and Lyft?
Oh, yes. Yes, Teju.
What?
Yes, Teju.
Wait. You were never afraid that you would carry a Nigerian.
So I carried a lot of Nigerians.
Wait. wait. Wait, a Nigerian would order an Uber.
Yes.
And then you'd roll up and then they'd get into the back seat.
Exactly.
First of all, how many minutes does it take him? What first? Wait first. I'm getting excited about this. What was your name on the Uber app?
Joseph.
Is that Joseph is picking you up?
Yes.
So they're just expecting Joseph. Then they get into the back seat. How long, first of all, does it take them to know it's you?
Oh, the moment they get in.
Thank you for watching this video thus far. I know at this point you want to keep enjoying the video and you don't want me interrupting, but this is as far as this comes. So first of all, again, thank you. So at this point, you have 3 options. The first thing to do will be to subscribe to our podcast and then listen to the entire interview uninterrupted. So you can do that. Just go to the Teju Babyface Deep Dive podcast, wherever you get your podcast from. Or secondly, you could become one of our members, one of our YouTube members. Just subscribe to the membership below. Our members get to watch the full videos uninterrupted. Okay? Or third, if you do none of those 2, you could wait around for a couple of days for us to keep posting the clips of this interview. But I can assure you that we're not going to post everything. We're just going to keep posting clips here and there. Obviously, of course, I'd prefer that you do number 1 and number 2. Subscribe to the podcast, download and listen to the audio, and also become one of our members. That's how you show your support for us. Thank you very much. God bless you. Wait for the next one.